This week, I get fired from a job that I don't even work for. Kayle gets catfished, and Chloe causes a little drama. It's funny because it's at LIDL, and it's a little drama. It's really funny. We worked on this for about.
Can I just point out that was my idea? Thank you. I
missed
funny.
that whole conversation.
No, actually, it was Cav's idea.
This is still the intro. We're still doing the intro right now.
All right, well, I just didn't want you to take the. You do like taking on the full responsibility for something cool.
I didn't.
Okay.
It was my idea. So let's strap down. Let's strap in, and let's do this.
This is just another trucking podcast.
Hello, this is Just Another Trucking Podcast. I am your host, Tom, and I'm joined, as always, by my good friends, my co-hosts. We have Kayle. Hello, Kayle.
Hi. Hello.
I like it. That's simple to the point. I'm okay with that.
So am I your friend then?
Yeah,
Say
that's
again.
weird.
You introduced me as your friend and co-host. I am not your friend, mate.
Yeah, but that's what I always say.
Yeah, but
I feel like you should verify this,
understand.
otherwise you can have an argument later.
Right, okay, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Kayle is my fiance.
There you
but
go.
It doesn't really kind of like, it doesn't work.
Well, you could have gone my friend and my fiance.
Exactly.
Okay,
Also my co-hosts.
Right, okay. I feel like we've delved far too much into this. But hello, Chloe. How are you doing?
Hello. I feel like we were being efficient until that point.
Yeah,
we were on time and we were like, yeah, we are on this. You were jumping straight on it and then derailed.
Well, speaking of jumping straight into it, I have an email. An email to receive that I received this afternoon. And this is the most confusing 5 minutes of my life, I think. It baffled the fuck out of me.
Is this regarding something like to do with this or just something really random?
I'll read it.
Okay.
So, hi Thomas. Could you please get in touch to explain your absence? If I don't hear from you before the close of play today, I'll have no alternative but to end your trial period due to poor attendance and lack of contact. And I was like,
so bad, Tom.
What? I'm like, but I'm at work now. Like, I'm in the truck.
So this is when you This is from your work while you were at work,
right? So this is while I'm at work, but I looked at it, and this is from a local company, another trucking company locally.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, maybe Lawson's owns this company, or maybe they're partners, but I'm at work. I don't get so I was like, I'll call them up. I'll see if I can figure this out. This seems like something we can figure out. So I call them up. I'm like, I say, I've received this email, but I'm currently at work. But I don't know if I work for you guys. I don't think you're part of the same company that I work for. And she goes, what's your name? It says Tom Burkett. And she goes, oh yeah, you listed as not being in today. I'm like, but I don't work for you. Like, I don't work for you, I don't think. I'm like, that's right. I ask. I was like, you're not part of Lawson's? She's like, no. I'm like, then I definitely don't work for you. She goes, but it says Tom Burkett. Like, you're not working for us. I'm like, right. And she goes, oh, I think you might be on the phone. And it turns out that, so
is this over email or on a phone call?
This is at this point here, I've called them up. Yeah.
Right.
So it turns out I applied for a job there, or I asked for a CV there a while ago. So obviously they've got my email address and file. But they have another Tom Burkett working for them currently.
Oh my God.
And so that weird. Tom Burkett is not working for them, right? Or it hasn't turned into work today. So they've emailed him, but they've gone to look at his email address.
And they've just picked up the first one.
Tom Burkett and been like, well, why wouldn't it be this one here?
This is the Tom Burkett.
I am the Tom Burkett. There is no others that are close to what I am.
What is it? The real Tom Burkett. Please stand up.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't sing the song.
Sorry, I was
So yeah, basically, I had a very confusing few minutes, and eventually I did get another email off the woman who sent me the first email, and she said, "My apologies for this. I have obviously been given the wrong email address." And so I've replied, "All good. I was wondering what was going on. I applied for you guys last year, so that would explain why you have my email address and file. But just to let you know, I am at work and I have attached proof, so please don't fire me." And I have sent a picture of me sat in my truck with a thumbs up, and then she then replied, "Typical Friday, ready for the weekend." So at least she's
but that poor other Tom has now been fired.
Well, yeah, hang on, he didn't turn up for work though.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean,
So
technically, Tom Burkett probably has been fired today. So
plus, let's say this: you can only have one Tom Burkett at a job at a time. It's just going to get confusing.
So in a way, technically, I got fired today.
Yeah, but it was you that I was about to say it was you that kept the job, but Tom Burkett did get fired. So technically, you still lost it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but I think we can do this. And today, I got fired from a job I don't work for.
Oh my god. Well, this is a new one for Tom.
I've never been fired from a job that I don't work for. That's very much a new thing.
Because with Tom, there's always another story. It doesn't stop.
Yeah, I don't know
why. There's always something that happens, and you're like, "What the fuck? How does this even happen to you?
How does this happen to you?"
I don't
know. It just things should happen around me, and I don't really get why.
You're just like a magnet.
I am. Yeah, this is only the second job I've ever been fired from, though.
This is because you've got your own gravitational pull. This is what it is.
Saying I'm fat. Wow, that's rude.
Oh my god! So you believe me?
Because you're tall. What?
Tom's never believed me, and I've said that to him, that fat people have their own gravitational pull.
I mean,
I have my own.
I wasn't getting that he's fat.
Over.
I just meant he was like a tall mass. He's got his own mass.
Have you ever been fired before?
Me?
Yeah. I've probably been fired before.
I have, yeah.
Wait. When did you get fired?
Only once.
You rebel.
Well,
I don't think I ever
I don't
have.
actually know if I was fired or if
you should definitely know if you were fired.
Chill the fuck out. Right.
Hang on a minute. Coming from Tom, who didn't know if he was fired earlier.
It was from that candle. I was in a candle making thing, and I think I was let go because I wasn't mentally okay for the job, in her words.
Right.
Oh yeah, I remember this. This was really not okay.
No, it wasn't.
Like the woman commented on her mental health and was like, it was real bad. Like
what?
it was real bad. Like, do you want to go on and explain it? Because this is so very bad.
I honest to God I can't remember like the full story of it, but it's when I first started dating Tom, actually, wasn't it?
Right.
And I was working. I only worked there for about a month and a half, I think. And they were really what?
Wasn't long, no.
All right.
Lay it in, why don't you?
And I can't remember what I'd done or what had happened, but I'd actually no idea. But I don't think I can say it on here.
You can't do that. You've got to say it now. You're not there anymore.
No, because it's it's TMI, really.
Oh.
Right, anyway, I'm going to say it. Basically, I had a really heavy period.
I thought that's where it was going.
Okay, yeah. We're going there.
But I thought it was something else that it was more serious.
Right, I get that, yeah.
And
So you got checked out?
Yeah, and I wasn't in a great headspace anyway. So I was just a bit all over the place. I'm a nut
Probably
job,
they lost
right?
the blood, you know.
Yeah, and they just pulled me in and said, we don't think you're mentally stable enough to be in this work. And I was like,
to be in a candle making job, you're not
guys,
mentally
yeah.
stable enough.
It was.
Yeah, but
It was
from
a lot.
what
There was a lot
from what
more
we
to it as well,
gathered,
but that
Right.
I can't remember the rest
this
of it.
this wasn't the only time that she'd done something like this, was it?
No, she'd said to me about a previous employee.
Right.
That this is before. This was like when I first started. She said we had a girl. She was a young girl, and she had, in her words, mental issues. And she said to her, she let her go, and said the exact same words to me that she told me that she said to that girl, saying, the job's always open if you want to come back, when knowing it wasn't ever open.
Oh, that's
still open.
Right.
She just said that to back herself, like to make herself look a little
make
bit
it
better
look
for
nice,
letting
yeah.
her go.
Yeah,
So-
like you're not in the
But-
right place, but in the future you might be.
Yeah, the door's always open. No, it's fucking not. The door's shut, mate.
Yeah, but what
That's
she
it.
did was, because I remember this now. What she did was, she, rather than sacking you, because you
Yeah.
didn't get sacked. That's
No,
what happened.
that's what I was.
She put you into a position where you were kind of like she basically gaslit her
Yeah,
into
Right.
quitting. Like, it was real bad. Like, because I
she
think
was
I found it.
horrible
Yeah,
as well.
she
She was
was.
a horrible bitch.
Well,
it's
you're
one of them,
better off
like-
out of that then. That was probably not helping
Actually,
you.
Chloe, I think I remember messaging you the day
I do-
it happened.
I do. This does briefly ring a
Yeah.
bell. Yeah.
I remember speaking to you and Rebecca.
Yeah.
I was walking in the
briefly.
park after
Yes.
it, and I think I'd rung you both or something like that.
Yeah.
And,
No, it does ring a bell now. Yeah, I do remember
Yeah.
this. Oh, it's crazy. Well,
It's fucking honestly, it's great.
that was.
Have you ever been to a job, like an application or kind of an interview, and you the one that's walked away from it? Because I've done that before. I went to. 'Cause
what,
this-
like
this
just
before I
walked
started-
out of it?
Pretty much, yeah.
I've walked
do you
out of a
mean?
job before.
So,
a couple of jobs.
I never know. No,
Same.
an application, like an interview, as in
No.
like basically.
No,
I'd gone
never
to,
done
I'd gone
that.
to. This is before I started driving. Before I started truck driving, I kind of still didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I'd gone to go and work at this restaurant, like just like waiting tables and doing shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And I'd gone in there, and the woman was like, I don't know. There was just, she had a wacky vibe to her, and I was just thinking, you were going to. I can't remember what she said to me, but do you know when like companies say these things, and it's all commercial codes, and they'll say like
Yeah.
one thing, but
It means another.
what you
Mhm.
read, like it's a bit like,
Yeah.
oh, we're a bit of a family here, right? So you want me to work extra hours
Read
without
between
getting
the lines
paid
kind
for
of
them?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind
Yeah.
of thing. And she was saying
Yeah.
loads of stuff
That's
like
what
this.
that woman was like with me as well.
Yeah. And you end up at the end of it, you're like, oh, fuck you. Just fuck you. Just have the common decency. Like the thing with the jobs that I've kind of liked. I mean, even like, I tell you what, one of the technically worst managers I've had was Raymond. Now let me just clarify this for a second,
We
because
loved it.
the one thing
I love
that
Raymond.
that he was bad in a lot of ways, but there's
Yeah.
something about the just blunt honesty. Whereas with like the woman that you work for, Kayle, where it was a nastiness to her.
Yeah.
There was
Which-
it was a manipulation thing.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
worse. Yeah.
Raymond would have just been like,
You fucking
right,
shit,
you're
mate,
a fucking
get out.
dickhead. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of there and go and do your fucking. And
Yeah,
But
but at
I
least you
would
know
have
where you
preferred
stand,
that.
kind of.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. I
100%.
know exactly where I'm up to with you. I know what the situation is. Currently, you are angry with me. I like
Yeah.
that I know that you're angry with me, because I know I can. Right now.
Yeah, but when you get
could
like
be-
the manipulation one, you don't
Yeah,
know if
it's
they're being
horrible.
genuinely, or you're like, oh, hang on a minute, am I just taking it that way, or what's going
Yeah.
on? And you start questioning it, and it's horrible.
I can't deal with people like that. There's something about people where they just I just need people to be straight with me. Like, if you're pissed off with me, that's fine. I can deal with that. But I need you just
I feel like you're digging at me there,
like,
Thomas.
No, I absolutely not. Wasn't a dig in the slightest. But like, I need you like angry. I need people to be angry, and I need people to be like, yeah, I don't know. Just why disguise what you're doing? Why be so manipulative? I mean, why can't you just have the balls to say, listen, it's not working out. I don't think you're very good at the job. I'm not saying that you're bad, like you're only bad at all things. Just specifically this job here, you're shit. That's
you're
fine.
Not first.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I had a boss, and this is my only time that I've ever got fired. So I was working for this. I was working in sales, and I'd come out of KTD, basically like fixing computers, selling computers, doing all sorts of stuff like that. I worked for this company called Simple Solutions, and I was there for about a month and a bit. And I had to basically cold call these customers. And the thing was, it was a tracking company. Especially they made trackers for vehicles, for people, for pets, whatever you wanted to do. Except for they weren't just a company that sold trackers. They sold specifically just the hardware and not any of the box stuff, just the components of it. All of the other stuff had to go on top of it.
That's really weird.
So you had to find very specific people who already had a tracking company, were already selling that sort of thing, but
and they were just selling components.
New hardware, just components. You had to find very
Why
was
wouldn't you just do the whole thing? That would make more sense.
This was what but
or at least offer it.
There's a surprising number of people in the UK that actually want something like that, which is fine. I had to call up all these companies, and my heart wasn't in it. I did not care. I did not care.
It's hard trying to sell something you don't believe in or give a shit about.
I could not have given any shit at all. Yeah. Not the slightest little bit of it. And when they fired me, I remember sitting there thinking, I can't blame you. I was like, yeah, fair. It's not. I mean, I'm pissed off I've lost my job, but I also can't say anything saying anything to you. I'm like,
they're not wrong.
Exactly. You know, and they were quite direct with me, and they said all the points that I had, things I hadn't done. All things like the fact that I sat there and played Minesweeper for at least an hour a day, which I didn't think that they knew I did, but they did mention because apparently they had something on the computer which tracked what I did. Which now that I think about it,
it was a tracking company,
so maybe I should have thought about that. But the reality is,
amazing.
I couldn't be asked. So I just played Minesweeper because that was the only other game that was on there. That and Solitaire.
I love Minesweeper.
I love Solitaire.
Yeah, I love Solitaire. When all the cards bounce at the very end. But I was shit, and they told me I was shit, and I'm not angry with them.
You just got to appreciate it and move on.
But this is it. Whereas, why be slimy? That's the worst kind of boss.
Slimy.
But it is. It's slimy witchness.
The way he says that.
Slimy. So I had... There's one sort of job that I... Two kind of jobs that I almost walked out of kind of thing. One I definitely walked out of. I did one trial shift and I walked out the trial shift I'm not doing this. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
It was only to do extra bit of a couple of hours a week or whatever to do in working in a hotel. And I had to dress nice and smart and be really polite, which is fine. I can do that. But it was the main waiter guy was from another country and he was just blunt rude. And really patronising, I'd never done the job before. And he was like, you do this, you don't do that, you don't do this, that's just stupid. He was, showing me precisely how to do something. And I was just like, I know.
Yeah.
And it was a horrible couple of hours. I did most of the shift. And then, the moment it was kind of breaking away, they're like, right, well, start tidying. I was like, no, you know what? I've helped you with your main bit. Fuck off. See you later. And I just walked out. I didn't even get paid for it. I was like, I don't give a flying shit. I'm not interested. Not dealing with that bullshit. And then the one that I did get, I would say I was sacked. I was quite gutted because I did love this job. It was a seasonal work at a pub, and I used to do that on the side of the farm and things. And it was coming up to haymaking season, and obviously, when the sun's out, you're making hay. That's it. You'll literally get a phone call an hour before saying, "We're about to go make hay. You need to get your shit together." And I'd already told my boss this. I was already working on the other farm, and I was doing farm work in between. Yeah. And then I was going and working at this pub, the seasonal work. And I was booked into work for the day, which is fine. I was all up for that. But I'd already previously told him, I said, look, when haymaking comes up, I'm literally going to give you a couple of hours phone call and say, I'm not going to make it in. And he was like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. And I was like, oh, brilliant. You know, that's awesome. Thanks for that. I really appreciate that. And I was like, it could be literally the drop of the hat. And he was like, yeah, don't worry about it.
If you're that honest,
Yeah. And it was a pre-agreement. I said, look, it's when it happens, it's going to be a drop of the hat. I'm going to have to basically say, I'm sorry, we're haymaking. I can't do it. Anyway, the phone call finally came, and I was really looking forward to haymaking. So I'd never done it either. And it was going to make a lot of money because it's like good cash in hand. And I was so excited for it. I was going to make more doing that. And I got the phone call. I was like, yes, sweet. Okay. So I phoned my boss straight away. It was a good couple of hours, actually, before I had to start the shift. So I had quite a head start on that. And he goes, no. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me, right? He's like, no. And he was like, I expect you to come to work, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, we had a pre-agreement. I was like, I get it's like on the doorstep, but I did tell you this was going to happen. Yeah. And he was like, no, not at all. And he was not accepting it. So I was like, all right, I'll see you later then. So I put down the phone. Obviously, he was fully expecting me to come in. Didn't turn up. Did I fuck?
Did I fuck?
Did I fuck? Yeah. So then I got a snotty.
If you've got a pre-agreement, if it's verbal or not, I mean, the only thing that I do now, which
but hang on, what would have been the difference from me phoning in sick to me being honest and upfront?
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Tom.
Well, the only thing I do now is I just like with both bosses. I did it at Catfish, where I had to go down to, I think it was in Durham, and where I had to stop, there was a traffic warden hovering about, and the traffic warden said, if you stay there, I'm going to give you a ticket. So I called at the office and I explained this, and they said, "Oh, you're just going to have to risk it." But I'm like, right, that's fine, but you're going to have to text me and say that you will pay this ticket if I get one, because I'm not going to do it 100%. Otherwise.
Yeah.
And so I made them text me. And sometimes you just have to you've just got to, like, with little things like that, you've got to have the foresight to basically say, that's fine. Text me, I want this in writing. I don't care if it's an email, don't care if it's a text, don't care if it's whatever it is, that's fine. But I need some kind of something in writing to say that I'm okay with this, basically.
The other thing I hate is, when you've worked really hard for someone and then you hand your notice in or something like that. Like even in regards to this guy that I worked for, and obviously I didn't turn up because I don't haymaking. I'd arranged to go and get my pay a couple of days later, and he was so rude and obnoxious, didn't give a shit. And I was like, fuck you, you know what? I've worked for you a couple of seasons now, and I've worked my fucking arse off. Absolutely worked my arse off, and he was just rude. And I was like, do you know what? If that's how you're going to be...
There's no fucking need for it, is there?
No. Yeah. Like certain people hand in notices, and then they just get fucking shit for it after all that hard work they've done.
It honestly gives me anxiety to hand in a notice.
It shows what sort of company they are, really.
Yeah.
I mean, EMS, I've always seen them, if someone hand a notice, they're always pretty like, good luck, mate, I really hope you the best in the future. Unless it's on bad terms, then you'd be like, oh, just, you know what, fuck off, take your holiday, see you later. But it'll be blunt and to the face, like, to your face, like, yeah, this was coming, it's not a bad shout sort of thing. They're pretty open about it. But I just... Why
I've been listening to a guy, and I can't remember what he's something Atkins. His name is Ben Atkins. Right. That's it. And one of the things he was saying was about people who are quitting, and basically this exact scenario, and how when you get an employer that if you quit and they're quite supportive, and they're like, wow, that's really good. Like, actually, we're gutted to see you go. Is there anything we can do? But if there's not, well done. That's all good.
Yeah.
The fact is, when you do stuff like that, okay, say for instance, if you left EMS today or this week, so you got a new job, turns out it's better hours, better for your kid. I don't know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You would recommend EMS to anyone who asked.
I would. I know a lot of people wouldn't, but I definitely would.
I know,
experience, brilliant.
But my point is, with your experience like that,
100%.
It helps. It makes you kind of want to.
Plus, it leaves the door open. Effectively, if you leave on good terms, and you ever get in the muck later on or down the future, down the path. You could be like, oh, do you know what, EMS? You've always done right by me. I'm a good worker. any chance you got a job opening because I'm desperate, or and then I know for a fact EMS will probably say, look, we haven't got a driver at the moment, but if you're prepared, we'll come and we'll throw something at you, and I'd probably be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it.
I think that's rare you get companies like that though.
But I still think even where you work, Kayle, like because they are quite. I know you have your ups and downs with them.
Yeah.
But there have been people that you've looked to try and get jobs for there, and again, because getting a job, getting something like it's something that's not. It's not part of your job role. It's not something that you kind of like. For instance, I would be if someone's in this area and in fact I have, and they're looking for a job, I will happily recommend where I will work. I even got them the person I know. I even got them an application form and did all of that stuff. That's all out of hours stuff, and I do that because the company treats me well.
Yeah,
and I'm happy to kind of do that extra little bit of work for them. Same thing as you have with who you've put forward as well, Kayle. And it's one of them
Who've
things.
I put forward?
Well, Tom.
Oh right, okay. Sorry, I forgot about that.
What, the person that you put forward for a job?
She just forgets the good deeds. Oh yeah.
I do that many. It's really hard to keep track of.
We've got I'm having an orgasm in the chat. I don't know why they're having that, but that's fair enough. I still plug my old coach company when people want recommendations, and also I've been given the option to leave or be sacked. Oh, that's always a good one.
Yeah, well, that's what mine was really. Basically, take the offer and go,
or we're gonna sack you.
Yeah, basically.
Either make it look better for yourself.
Yeah,
no, but that's not. It doesn't do. What does that do? If you
if you hand your notice in?
No, yeah. What does that actually do?
I don't actually know.
I don't know.
What does it do?
I mean, you have to tell your new employer you got sacked, do you?
Doesn't it just give them notice to find someone to replace you?
No. It makes no odds.
So why are you asking them?
In fact,
you know the answer?
to be honest with you, your thing is you're actually better to get sacked.
Well, yeah, because then you can claim benefits. But...
Exactly. If you need to, the reason why I believe the reason why they don't like to sack you and they put you into a position where you're going to quit, it's so that they can so there's no repercussions.
Is it also not if they sack you, they've
dismissal.
got to pay you as well or something up until such and such a time, or
is that not redundancy?
I don't know. I thought they normally
that's
have to,
if you get. Oh, I don't know.
Sacked on the spot, isn't it? You probably have to get like 2 weeks' pay or something. I don't know. Why are we doing stuff we haven't got a clue on?
I don't know.
We don't really have a clue
I only
on
got
most
3
things.
weeks pay on that one. With a job that I left.
Oh, that's still pretty good. That's something. I can completely derail the subject if you want.
Go on.
Yeah.
What subject?
Well, I don't know if we were doing a subject or a topic. We were just talking random
I have
shit.
no idea. We've just gone on a
we
full,
just got in loop into what we were talking about.
Full tangent.
Yeah, and we've not even started the podcast probably. We just went in for intro blitz, and anyway.
I got my text message or my email.
You what?
I got my email. That's where this is kind of. I believe that's where this has all gone.
Yeah. even if you just explained it, I'm still like, what? Where? So I've been doing this special job at Lidl. Well, it's not. It's just an exchange.
Love Lidl.
Oh my god,
Love
Lidl's so good.
So
we will talk about Lidl in a second.
This is at the we can do that. So this is at the distribution center, right? That I do an exchange for him, and I always look at the job and I know where it is and I know the people. It's fine. So they've obviously got this little health and safety thing. For me, I love this. This is great fun. I'm probably pissing them off like fuck, but I love it. So I ain't got time to wait around and deal with shit. Yeah, I got to get my jobs done because I got a busy day. So I turn up to this job site, and there's always it's for health and safety or it's for safety. I'm not sure what it is, but they put a pallet with a concrete drum in it. Yeah, so it's too heavy to move. In front of the bins. Yeah, there's a couple of Roro bins from other companies, and they're always right in front of these Roro bins. Anyway, for the first time it happened, I obviously rang them up. I thought I better get it moved. It's probably, something I've got to get done. And it took them like 45 minutes to get someone out and move it. And
That's
I was
ridiculous.
like, this is fucking ridiculous. Just to move something and I could just get on and do the job. And I was just like, this is bollocks. So the next time I turn up, I've already pre-warned them and said that needs to be moved. I'd already gave them a 20-minute phone call ahead to say I'm coming. Get there, still there. And I was like, waited 5 minutes. I was like, no one's coming. So I was like, do you know what? Fuck it. So I put the other bin down and then I reversed up to this bin and just lifted it up over the top, loaded it up, and off I went. Went, fuck that.
Really?
Yeah.
Good on you.
So I did that. I went, fuck it. I signed it all off. No problem. Absolutely went. Never heard anything. Absolutely fine. Went back the second time. Obviously, it was still there. So I was like, fuck it. I'll do it again. So obviously, I'm getting to a rhythm of this now. This time, the guy turns up with the forks and he's giving me death stares doing this as I'm just lifted it up over this drum. He's watching me do it and he's just like, you. Anyway, I'm smiling and like, yeah, see you later. Thanks, mate. Bye. And drive off. And the next time I turn up, the pallet's now moved a little bit. So it's now a little bit further forward in front of the row bin. So now I've got to reverse up and extend my boom out to reach it a bit further away.
Yeah.
So I
did
still
they
managed
not realise you can do that?
They didn't realise I could do that. So I'd pulled it on. Absolutely pulled it on, no problem. And off I went again, no problem. Anyway, this week I turned up and I got there and it was now further forward again. I was like, oh, right, they know what fucking thing I'm doing. Bearing in mind, every other single row from other companies is like right in front again. So it's like, this is definitely now a thing. And I was like, but there was like a big empty space next to it. It's like, well, here's another trick they don't know. So off I go, reverse onto it sideways and pick it up sideways and just drag it out. So whatever they've done so far, so there's now, I'm hoping it's now like opened up a little game or something. I've not had a complaint yet, so it's fine. But I'm now hoping it's like added.
They're making your job harder. So
they are, but I don't understand. I get maybe it's health and safety, but like what? What is it gaining? By putting a pallet there, no one's going to come in and nick a row bin, are they? What if you can pick it up over the pallet thing anyway? What? How are they gaining? So,
you know what it is? The health and safety guy has walked around and has been like, "Oh, well, I don't like the fact that the skip lorries can come and just pick one of these up without us knowing about it."
Do you know what? I
so
100% guarantee.
Yeah.
That voice.
So
it's good, isn't it?
It's perfect. I bet that is a Lidl's bit. Oh, God. Anyway, so yeah, this most recent time I picked it up on a dodgy angle and I just dragged the fucker out in front of them all again. I was like, sod it, who cares? So I'm hoping next time I do it, I'm waiting for something to like it'll be on moved or there'll be about 3 or 4 pallets or something, and I'll be like, oh, what can I do here? The
next move.
I might have to get like a ratchet strap out and just pull the pallets out myself.
What they're trying to annoy you with this, but what's actually happened is they have created a game.
I am thoroughly enjoying it, and it's giving me challenges that I love, and I love challenges. It's great fun. But it's just, I don't know if they're secretly getting pissed off or enjoying it as well.
I think they are.
Most truck drivers are basically big children.
Yes, and I'm definitely one of them. But you can definitely see they did it at a point, because the fact it moved every single time, and I was just like, yeah, they're catching on it. And I was like, that's fine. I've got more tricks. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be
not today.
Hopefully next time I'll have a few more for him.
You'll have to film it when you go there.
Well, and then I get these random people. It'll be the one time I film it, I'll get these people going, you're not meant to do that. I'll be like, try to stop me. Oh, no, it's not working. So anyway, that was my Lidl story that I thoroughly enjoyed. And do you know what the worst thing is, though? I went to all this effort, like, Wednesday, whatever it was, I did it. I went to all this effort. I just looked at my job sheet and I saw, like, it's near the airport in Exeter. And I just looked at my job sheet, 40 exchange, and went, oh, yeah, that's Lidl. Yeah. Contact name was Martin. I was like, yeah, that's perfect. So I went there, did all this effort and everything. Turns out it wasn't even the right fucking job. Which I found even more hilarious. But there you go. Sorry, that's my excitement of the week. I was very happy about this.
I liked it.
I liked it too. But I do think you should film it, because I want to see it.
Yeah, I 100% think you should film that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. By the way, I'm trying to get my work to let me do some recording.
Yeah? Are they going to let you?
don't know. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see.
Well,
We'll see.
what have you been in this week? You've been in a digger, ain't you?
An excavator. Yeah.
Excavator.
Yeah, got to play on an excavator this week.
That looks well fun. I got to try in the grab because it's basically the same thing, but with a thing, isn't it? Bucket.
I think it's
Similar
probably
controls.
in a way it's similar controls, but in a way a little bit harder. I think.
Yeah,
Or-
possibly.
Yeah, it's they're
does look fun.
very very cool to use.
You didn't break anything.
No. I mean, it was only seven scoops in. The only thing I did do was like my first dig. I kind of put the bucket in, and I was expecting it just to go into the ground, and it didn't. It lifted the whole excavator. And it's like a fucking 15-ton excavator or something. So lifted.
Oh
onto
my
the
god!
Like,
Is there like a little
no.
knack to it? Is there?
Yeah, you've got to kind of you've got to put it in a certain angle and maybe pull.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what I did with it.
That's
on the
cool.
Other ones, but it didn't lift the whole thing up. It wasn't as horrifying as was the first.
That is amazing. You should have totally recorded that as well.
Well, I was
Go on.
going to. I recorded the first part, but then obviously you can't hold your camera and then use two. Because basically, what you've got is you've got two joysticks. You've got a joystick on the left and a joystick on the right, and it's pushing, pulling left, right on it and stuff like that.
That's cool. That is cool though.
Oh, it's very, very, very cool.
That's so cool. So what are you guys excited about LIDL then? You said you wanted to talk about LIDL.
I always wanted to talk about LIDL.
I just like
it.
LIDL because it does really nice brownies.
It does. I mean, there's brownies.
Does
and
it?
there's
What in their bakery section? Yeah, their donuts are pretty good. They are pretty good. I'll give you
Are
that.
they?
I didn't find the donuts great at LIDL.
Okay, all right. What's your favourite
Right,
donut? Krispy Kremes? Greg's?
Oh yeah, 100% Krispy Kreme. All about the Krispy Kreme.
Do you not like the
all
Greg's ones?
day long. No, they're okay. They're okay, but they're not.
I'm not really a donut kind of person.
Are you a crooner?
Are you saying you don't like Krispy
Yum, yum.
Kremes?
I've never had Krispy Kremes.
Wait.
You have never.
What the fuck?
What?
I've had Dunkin' Donuts when I went to America.
No, Dunkin' Donuts are nowhere near the same.
Have you ever had Dunkin' Donuts?
No.
Exactly. So shut the
Okay.
fuck up, Tom.
Okay, but
I've
how have you
definitely
never
bought
had
Krispy
Christmas
Kremes.
creams?
Not for me, you have.
No.
Have you?
I'm pretty sure I have.
I don't remember that. Couldn't have been that memorable because I don't remember it.
Well, I think your challenge now is to definitely have Krispy Kremes.
I don't actually know where we can get them from. I don't
know.
think there's anywhere
They're
on the West
so
Coast
expensive.
actually that does them.
I
Can't
just
you
like.
get them from services?
We're like an hour away from the nearest services.
No, we're not.
Oh, yeah, you are
I
like
work
in the-
at services.
No, like a proper services.
Yeah,
Not
why
like
don't
the
they do them
fake
at yours?
services.
It's offensive.
I believe they were supposed to,
Right.
weren't they? But they don't have a freezer, and I think.
We do
did-
have a freezer.
But I thought you said that Joe ordered like a load, or someone ordered a load of them.
No, Krispy Kremes come in fresh every day.
What was it? That
Allegedly?
came all the donuts that came in frozen.
Oh, they're the little
Um,
ones, aren't they? Dots and things like that.
Yeah,
you
the ones
get.
that have a heated, not a heated thing, like a stand or I don't know, whatever it is. Asda, not Asda, whoever it was, sent us them, but we had no equipment to actually, make them, heat them up and that.
Oh right. What? Oh, so it was heating them up. That was the issue.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I thought they'd come in
Heated up
frozen or something like
donuts.
that.
What does that say? Guess where Tom and Kayle are going tomorrow?
To get Krispy Kremes.
We're going to the
Oh.
M6 to find Krispy Kreme donuts.
You're
I
gonna
don't
travel
know,
for
I
an
don't know.
hour. They
Oh, they are very, very
right.
good.
They sell them in Tesco, do they not?
Yeah, I think they do. Maybe not this one.
Not
Though.
our Tesco's.
What
We're in
the
the
fuck?
sticks, Chloe.
Yeah. No. So. No, they're not. You've got
I
them,
bet.
so
Google it. Google where they sell Krispy Kremes to you.
I'm going to do it right now.
right. We'll Google
Find
it.
out. Both of you. There's so much silence right now. The
What?
dramatics. I have made you do it. I'm prepared
Yeah,
for the
you
silence.
definitely have.
Well, Tom's Googling it. I'm just...
How do I find out? Find a store.
Just search Krispy Kremes near me. That's all you got to do.
I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it
Krispy-
now.
Creams.
Use my location.
There, do it.
do
do
it
it.
real good.
There's a bloody
Sorry.
Krispy Kreme website that says find a store.
Yeah.
Put your postcode in it. Use my
100
location.
miles away.
Yeah, this is looking suspiciously Welsh where it's showing me.
Welsh?
Well, that word there's got 2 L's in it, so I'm assuming that's Welsh.
Llanfair.
What's that?
That was
What?
Welsh, yeah.
There is no way you have not got it near it. I've got it come up on my maps. I'm literally like 2 miles away.
Chloe-
Kayle can say all the Welsh places. So she can even say, you know, that really crazy long one?
No.
Do
oh,
it.
the big
No,
long name.
please do
yeah,
it.
go on.
Do it.
No, 'cause-
whatever it is.
And wait, I have to think about it first. Llanfair y Pwll Gwyngyth go Gerys Wynjobreth Llandysilio go. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well done.
I think that's it.
Holy shit.
I think
it's
I
so
always
good.
miss one word. And Llanfair y Pwll Gwyngyth go Gerys Wynjobreth Llandysilio go. Do you know what a pen pidir is?
A what?
Pen pidir,
No.
dickhead, which is what you are, Tom.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm on my period. I'm
Why do
aggressive.
you need Welsh? Why do you need Welsh? No, why do you know Welsh?
Because I'm Welsh.
No, you are not.
I'm Welsh.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I'm
that.
a fake Welsh because I spent most of my life in England.
But you can speak
I mean,
Welsh.
so a
You
little
know
bit.
Welsh.
I moved out of Wales when I was 16,
Right.
and then, which is why my mum is English. She's from like Bedford way,
right.
so that's why I haven't really got a Welsh accent, and it's North Wales, so North Walians don't tend to have as strong of an accent as South Wales. So that's why I'm kind
Ah.
of neutral. But I
Which bit
my
of
brothers
North
are quite
Wales?
strong. I always say by Wrexham because that's just the easiest thing to say, but it's not. It's
Well,
like
it's
like half an hour away from Wrexham, deep in the valleys.
Deep in the valleys. I
Where everyone's
used to
related.
go to North Wales on holidays when I was a little kid.
You did? Was it
Yeah.
too real?
What?
Real?
Real? For real?
No, real.
Was it real?
What the hell does
Presta-
what does,
Real
what
is
does
a
that
pla-
mean?
beach,
It's a
like a
place.
bleach resort.
Oh, it's a
Did you
place.
go-
I thought you.
Prestatyn? Where did you
I
go?
thought you were
Like-
saying like a new hardcore name.
no.
For real? For real? I
For
was like,
real.
yeah, for real.
For real. No, where
so
did you go?
went up like Dolgeffley. Went up to a beach called Black Rock Sands.
Yes, that's in Porthmadog. I spent my whole
Yes.
childhood there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So did
My God.
I. On holiday.
I love.
Wait.
We might have bumped into
There's a
each other.
chance
and not
you
even
100%
realised
realised
it.
Been on the same beach together.
I used to go
Fucking
every
love
year.
Porthmadog.
We used to go up there and spend like a couple of weeks, and we'd
Yeah.
spend almost every day at Black Rock Sands.
Yeah, it is the best beach
Yeah.
in the UK, hands down. It's
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Oh my god!
my
I
You
really
two
want to take
have
Logan.
probably been on the same beach.
I was the
together.
crazy
Yeah.
girl running around with a lassie dog.
My grandma had a static caravan there, and we just went there every single weekend that we could, and we'd go crab fishing in the little
that's so
in
cute.
Porthmadog in the little town,
Yeah, we've done that.
and it was.
And we
just
used
the
to go and
best.
stay at Fairborn and things like that as well.
Yeah.
We stayed up. Just
Where
up
else
there.
did you go? So you'd have
Bournemouth,
driven
Fairborn.
past. Oh no, you wouldn't have because you'd have come.
I'm well excited by this. We've probably like played together or
know.
something on a beach.
How
I-
crazy would that be?
I doubt we've actually
Imagine-
played
right,
together, but we
imagine if-
definitely.
We might have passed. You don't know.
Right.
You'll never know, will we? Which is
What
crazy.
if you've got some like beach photos of
And
you
your
two playing on the
clothes in the
beach
background
and
like a
like
little
one of
creeper.
you's in the background? How fucking crazy would that be?
You
That
couldn't
would be
miss me
pretty
because I look
cool.
like Dora the Explorer,
Give off.
but chubby.
So look out for Dora
I did.
Explorer, and I
Genuinely, I did because I had a bowl head with a full fridge, and I was quite tan, so I got called Dora the Explorer.
Oh my god,
Hashtag bullied.
you poor little girl.
Oh, honestly. Yeah. And actually, I went out on a date once with a guy, and he said I don't know where it was, but there was like helium balloons. Some guy walking around with helium balloons.
Right.
And they were like selling them, like for kids and that. And there was
Yeah,
a Dora
yeah.
the Explorer one. Said he was going to buy me one because I looked like Dora the Explorer.
Wait, on the date?
On a date.
And
Wow.
I wanted to. Literally, my head was like, I'm gonna.
What, like
fucking
he was
kill
trying to
you
be
with
cute
that balloon.
and sweet or something, or
I don't know. I think he's just a knobhead.
I think he was
Sorry
as
about-
well. I'd be
It's
well
harsh, innit?
pissed.
Why
Yeah.
would you? Why would you like that? It's such a weird thing.
I went
Just be
out.
like-
I went out on dates with weirdos, Tom.
Yeah, you did. You
Yeah,
went.
you did.
You told me you went on a date with someone, You know the people who put the cones out? She went on a
Right.
date with someone at a McDonald's at like 4 in the
I did.
morning. I mean,
And on that date as well, he said, "So, do you want kids?" And I went, "No." And he goes, "Well, I want a football team." I said, "Well, you're on the wrong date then, aren't you? Because that ain't fucking happening, mate."
This is what he said to you at 4:00 in the morning on a first date. Wow.
that's a good point. When you told me that the other part of the story, I did forget the fact that this is at 4 o'clock. He's like, I want kids.
Yeah.
And this is at 4 in the morning.
It was really weird, and he just kept staring into my eyeballs, and I was like, "Stop fucking looking at me, because this is making me want to throw up." Not enjoying this experience, but I am enjoying my McDonald's.
I'm here for the food, bitch.
It's the only reason I'm saying it.
Absolutely, I was.
I'm not wasting this food, and then I'm getting up once I've finished and enjoyed my meal.
You must have a bad... Go on.
It turns out my mum is like pro stalker. Yeah, I don't really like it, because I don't really like looking into people's lives like that. But my mum enjoys it, clearly. Anyway, she found out when his MOT was due just by it. You know, she looked up his car and shit like that. She found him on Facebook, and then he was with someone. And I was like, well, this is fucking brilliant.
Wait, did she tell you it in that order? Like, I know when his MOT is due. It's due.
I'll tell you what
this
really
month,
happened, Tom.
But...
She texted him. Okay, she got his number and texted him and saying I can't remember what had happened between us. I think he'd actually stood me up for breakfast. So she found his.
You mean there was going to be a second date after all this?
Chloe, I just wanted the food, mate. I'll be honest with you. Anyway, so my mum found all this information out, and she's messaged him saying, "How dare you hurt my daughter?" She's very protective of me. And then she goes, "Listen, I know where you live. I even know when your MOT's due." And yeah, he was like, "I'm really, really sorry. I didn't mean to. I just got back with my ex or whatever." And she was like, "You've been with her the whole time." It was horrendous. It was the worst time of my life.
How old were you?
Wait,
I don't actually
did
know.
your mum find out when my MOT was due?
No, she didn't care that much about you, actually.
Oh, poor Tom.
No, and as in, like,
is that because, like, in a good way?
Feel like, yeah, because he hadn't done anything for her to do the stalking on. She did stalk someone in your life, but I ain't gonna mention her on this podcast.
Yeah, I am aware.
I wonder who that is.
Oh, crazy!
Oh, I think we've all stalked that one. To be fair, God, what a bloody
what
a bitch fucking whore without the Aussie accent.
Don't know what you're talking about. No idea who we could be talking about here.
Amazing.
This is really weird.
What a bitch fucking whore. Which that is factual, Tom. Sorry.
Wow, this went
So nice
very
weather we've had this
targeted
week.
very quickly.
My mum is a very, what's the word, Tom's?
I feel like we get very personal when it's us three, and we get very derailed. Like, this does not go that, like, you know, when we have a normal podcast, then we have a bit podcast with us three. It's very...
Which is why I shouldn't be on here, because I think I bring the worst out in people.
You say worst, we say best.
I would say best,
yeah.
Plus, you have so many stories. You genuinely,
I do.
Yeah,
you are like Tom.
definitely
You
do.
two are just like perfect for each other. You've
Chloe.
both got just those stories. You're just like, you guys are nuts, and I love it.
You must have. What's the worst date you've had, Chloe?
Oh,
You must have a good worst date.
I'd have to think about it. I don't know.
I can imagine. You've definitely attracted some of the crazies.
oh yeah.
I don't. Well, I've told you about my lay-by story. I think that was probably my craziest one.
That one's definitely. But like, I'm talking about a date, like someone who's taken out on a date.
Have you ever been catfished?
I've never really dated, to be fair.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Not really. I'm not really into that scene. Not like.
Oh, I really like
not
that.
like very romantic or anything like that. I just like.
You can
You'll
take it
do.
or leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. They're listening or not?
No, it will be. No, I'll have to think about that question. I'm sure there might be one in the creeks, but not that I can think of that like really stands
Oh my
out.
god, I've got so many.
You go on. Tell us one of your catfish stories.
My catfish story.
So you've actually got catfish stories.
I got catfished. I can't really remember. Thing is, it's really mean because it's not because of what he looked like. It's because he lied about what he looked like. Like that's what's the issue. What the issue is.
Yeah.
Right.
So he was really full on. Actually, by the way, before we even met, he was like, "So I was just talking to my parents about moving up there," and I was like, "You ain't fucking moving up here. You don't even know me. I could be the biggest asshole, and you don't even know. But now you're already planning to move up here." It's really weird, Chloe. People latch on.
But have you, you were just talking to him, that was it? Yeah, Tom, you latcher.
You did latch on, Tom. Don't even lie to me.
Tom was
Don't
pretty
let me latch
obsessive from
onto
the word go. He was like, I found
just
this really nice girl.
I feel like
and she's
we're
really
talking
nice.
about other people
Look at her,
here.
she's beautiful. And I was like, she is pretty beautiful. You are way punching there, mate.
Yeah,
And he's like, I know.
He was back in the day.
I don't remember.
Oh, he still is.
No, but so this guy, he was planning on coming. It gave me a bit of the ick or whatever the word is. I didn't like it. It freaked me out that he was planning all this stuff. And then I was in that deep. I felt bad. I was like, right, we'll go on a date. Oh, I was like, oh my fucking God, can't deal with this. Anyway, I got absolutely sorted. I was hammered on this date, right? And I met him, and it was even worse because I went, what the fuck? Like, you don't look anything like your picture. And drunk me, I just started, doesn't hold back, unfortunately. But
At all.
what the hell?
So
like,
you proper
can't
called it out.
catfish. I did. And I was absolutely hammered. And I don't remember what else I said to him, but I remember he didn't look like his pictures.
He probably looked horrified.
But I just... The problem was the fact that he lied about who he was, and I was like, you can't start what could be a potential fit, relationship or whatever,
Yeah,
on a
based
lie.
on lies.
You can't do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
See,
I'll get that.
I've had it before. I had a lass that she was like, again, it wasn't about like it was just about the fact that she lied. Like it was like about the fact there was deception there. I just don't. It's kind of like you're immediately kind of starting off something with a deception, and that's not.
Yeah.
Like it kind of, you're setting the tone. It's like turning into a restaurant and like a rat runs across the floor. I'm like, oh, that's fine. Don't worry about that. And you're like, right, but like the first thing that happened when I walked in here was a rat run across the floor. That seems like I should just walk out of here. That's
wait,
not
you calling
okay.
her a rat?
I wasn't calling her a rat. I'm
Oh.
giving it as an analogy.
All right, okay.
But yeah, she was a rat.
Wow. Okay.
So that was it. That was your catfish story.
Well, there wasn't a catfish story. I was
Oh.
I was agreeing with what you were saying. I was saying yes.
Oh, right,
I don't
okay.
like the lying part. It's not okay.
You just went
No.
like the weird long way around it. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I'm still lost on that story. I'm just like, yeah, that happened.
I was just agreeing.
Absolute nutters.
What's this? That's so weird. I can see Tom stroking the pussy on Kayle's camera.
Yeah, Tom's been stroking the pussy.
Yeah, the cat.
Yeah.
Cat's just
But
here.
definitely the
By the way,
cat.
the cat.
Definitely not the cat.
The cat is currently in desperate. We're going to the vets tomorrow with her. Not this one, the other one.
So she's mega preggers.
Oh, she's so very angry.
Is
at
she
the dog.
massive?
Fucking colossal.
She is.
What, how
She
how
just
do you know
waddles.
she's overdue?
Oh, Chloe, she's absolutely massive.
She's huge.
She is, because she got it was
She got
when
done.
we came back from Cyprus,
Right.
so we were timing it around that, and cats are only pregnant for 64 days, was it, Tom? Something like that.
Yeah.
And it's been
Yeah.
well over that now, so yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to. So she's going to the vets tomorrow, and
My eyeball's itchy.
we'll
Sorry.
we will see what happens out of that. But fuck, she's so angry at the world.
Ew.
So you could be
Maze.
No,
cat
mate,
parents
yeah,
soon.
the cat.
Tom
Yeah.
always says that I've got black cat energy.
You definitely have black cat energy. The same thing as Maze. Maze comes in. She's just the loveliest cat, and then
She's like, actually, no,
she's
fuck
then,
you.
you know what? No, fuck off! Don't you fucking touch me! How fucking dare you touch me? I never gave you authorization for this shit. You're like, well, what the fuck? You're covered in blood. You're like, we're having such a nice moment there. What the fuck is going on?
She's
And what's
nuts,
black
mate.
cat energy then? That is
That
black cat
is
energy.
black cat energy. That is black cat energy.
Like, you want love, but it's on your terms.
That's
I get that.
exactly it.
That checks out. Makes
Yeah,
total
it does.
sense.
It really does.
Who doesn't?
Isn't it? Whereas
What are
Whereas-
some of these comments?
That's just cats in general. That, to be fair, that is cats.
well,
that
on the
is
microphone.
Although saying that, I used to have 2 Maine Coons, and they are just amazing. They were like dogs. They were so cool. There
They're
was
big, aren't
one
they?
point in my life where I was galloping around a field on a horse, followed by a little Jack Russell called Dylan, legging it around after me, and 2 cats.
Dylan.
2 cats with me as well, running around in the field with me.
I do like how like some cats, like Bella, she will go on a walk with you.
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
will happily walk
My
around
cats used to
everywhere
do
with
that.
you. Yeah.
My cats used to do that. and
I used
walk
to have a
around
cat
with
called
sheeps.
Hash, and he would do it. Like
Hash?
he would. Yeah, my mum
Wasn't
thought
like
it was
Hash Brown?
hilarious. Not like Hash Brown,
Like, like the
like the drug. My mum thought it was
Oh,
hilarious
right.
to have a child shouting hash. At the top
oh
of his voice.
right.
I went with Hash Brown.
No, not Hash Brown,
I mean, it could be that as well. To be fair.
just Hash.
Yeah, Hash Brown.
She thought it was hilarious.
That is quite hilarious.
She's not as funny as she thinks she is.
Your mother's hilarious.
What, until you're in the middle of the night shouting out, Hash, Hash, anybody Hash?
Basically, yeah.
Start getting phoned for drug lording.
Drunk lording.
Is that not the technical term? Anyway, I feel like we're getting really derailed again.
We are. Have you got like what? Have you got a topic for us this week?
I mean,
Well, as we're 57 minutes.
my Lidl topic was my topic. I was going to talk about
right,
Lidl.
that's right, yeah.
I know how
It was, yeah.
excited I was
I
by
just-
it, and then it got derailed
Just
again.
too loud, I didn't say that. Sorry.
You're all good. Look at this.
Honestly,
Like,
she's like a.
Yeah, it's great,
fire.
Tom. Look at this
Right,
on a podcast.
look at this.
It's a
Right,
cat,
for those
everybody. It's a
people-
cat.
She just never know the cat.
She's a floppy cat.
She's
is
a
what
very
she
floppy
is.
cat. She just doesn't care.
I feel like we're getting a real insight into your guys'
Sorry.
lives.
Hmm?
This is like
Matt,
a real
oh, no.
insight into you two.
Are we oversharers?
I think we might be, yeah. And
Yeah,
I think
there's
that's
nothing wrong
okay
with
as
that.
well.
I think
It's
that's
just part
very
of our
okay.
charm.
Some say charm, allegedly.
We are. Very charming. You're very charming.
Who is?
You are.
This week
Yeah.
we had a floppy pussy.
What? I've not seen
That's
that.
quite a good one.
I've not seen that. Where's that? Go look at
I'm
it.
having an orgasm. Says this week we have a floppy pussy.
Ooh la la.
Very floppy pussy.
Gav says we should invite on Daryl as well. Could have done like a couples podcast, but he's
Oh my
been
god,
involved
we
think
in
could
it.
have done a
should.
couples podcast. That is exactly what we could have done.
I just think when I come on, it just doesn't have any structure to it at all.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think I don't.
We
I don't
like to
think.
come away from structure. Yeah, but this is more like it just sounds like we've just been gone to the pub, which is what it should be. We're just having a
But
random
in
chit
fairness,
chat.
that's what the original. Well, the original
literally-
concept for that, concept for the podcast was exactly. Someone's just put in the things podcast structure question mark. Yeah, with the very very early.
So have I brought out the original idea then?
Yeah, technically, yeah. The
Kind of, yeah.
actual what the original concept of it was
Yeah.
was.
Random
Bearing in mind,
shit.
it was over. How long ago was it now? It was.
What episode are we on? 167. Bearing in mind, I'm sorry everybody, you've missed an episode last week. We just it wasn't gonna
Oh
happen.
yeah, shit. Apologies for that.
Probably should have said sorry about that one. Yeah, but
we should have done that at the beginning of
Go
it.
on,
Yeah.
Tom.
Well,
Apology right now.
I'm so sorry. Basically, we on the Saturday. On the Saturday, we were going to have a barbecue, and we thought, we'll do it on the Sunday. And then on the Sunday, we couldn't do it because I can't remember a reason why.
well, I was seeing family. David was on vacation,
Yeah.
as he likes to say. You guys decided to ditch us with a barbecue, which is fine. I wanted to ditch you anyway, but I felt
It was
bad.
burnt anyway.
And
Was
then Yeah. Oh, was it?
Cremated.
Yeah, but that's part
No,
of
it
the
wasn't.
barbecue. First
It is,
burnt
yeah.
Barbie. And then we
Love a
got
bit
to
of charcoal.
Sunday, and we were going to do it up until the last minute, weren't we? It was like literally half an hour before. And then it was like, David was like, oh yeah, guys, don't forget you got to edit. And we're like, ah, fuck.
Oh yeah, that was right because we didn't have time to edit. We would have done
No,
the podcast
because it would have been you
and
or
it
me
wouldn't
doing
have been
it.
edited.
Yeah, and it would have been like taking us at least a couple of hours to do it, and it was like, yeah, we ain't got time for that shit.
There's
that's
no way.
no chance
way
of
in
we getting this
hell.
out. So yeah, we kind of went, nah, rather than rush something that's not going to be nice and fun, let's not do
Yeah.
it. So
Also, guess who's up here visiting?
who?
Phil Ace.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
From the Patreon, yeah.
He
Yeah.
is.
Well, I'll say from the Patreon. He joined the Patreon because he knew us.
And what was he
Other
meant
way
to be
around.
joining you tonight for a podcast?
He was, but not everyone's as confident with podcasts. He promises me he is going to come on podcast
One day.
One day, yeah, he is going to come on podcasts. I will get him there eventually.
Yeah, we need
Might
some
just
more
take a bit
guests.
longer.
We need to get
So
people
he's going to be
back
more
on here.
comfortable doing it at home,
Phil
which is fair.
Phil would be a cracking guest.
Fucking Phil. Honestly, he's got so many good stories.
So Phyllis, if you're listening, sort your fucking life out.
Basically,
mate.
yeah.
Get on
Yeah.
here.
Unfortunately,
do it.
tomorrow we were supposed to be doing lots of nice things, and one of the things that we're doing tomorrow is taking the cat to the vet. Because fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
How long is he visiting you for?
only like leaving on Sunday. Just
Oh, okay. So
just
one
for
of the
the
treats
weekend,
is
yeah.
taking the cat to the vet.
Yeah.
it's exciting times.
It is exciting times.
She'll probably end up having kittens, and then but his dog is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh my god,
It's
that
all
is a cute dog.
melted when you
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
her.
What is it?
Spaniel.
Can we get one of them?
I do like
Yeah.
Cocker Spaniels.
No, she's just beautiful.
I do like
Did
doggos.
you just agree to getting one?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
Yeah,
You're
boy.
paying though.
What?
Just trade a cat.
Not
know,
trading
this
a
house
cat.
This house
Well,
is
you
like
can have
zoo.
kittens. Just turn up and go, I've got a kitten.
Oh,
Can
that's
I offer
actually
you the
not a bad
kitten?
idea.
And I'll
I've
have
got
the
we
a
could
puppy.
do
kitten.
that.
I've got a
Oh,
kitten.
you got a kitten?
Bitch,
You've got a
fucking
puppy. Can we just do like a switcheroo? You know?
what? Yeah.
Do
We
maybe
should do that.
two kittens for one dog? That seems fair, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because
We can
kittens
do
are
that.
obviously smaller than a puppy.
I don't know how much cocker spaniels are quite expensive, aren't they?
I have no idea.
Might be worth
Is it
two
a cocker
kittens.
spaniel at once?
This week, Kayle wants to trade her pussy for a dog. I actually do. No, I wouldn't do that.
Well, no, technically, you want to trade it,
Your
trade your pussy for
unborn
a cocker
pussies.
spaniel.
Oh, you want to trade your unborn pussy for a cock? No.
Fuck, that's not okay.
That's
that
a
sentence,
title and a half.
I believe that sentence is actually a crime. And yeah, cocker
might
spaniel
attract the
puppies are
wrong
like
people.
£1,000.
It might attract the wrong people.
Yeah, that will definitely attract the wrong people.
People that might
that'll
want
be-
operations.
Oh, hello, I'm Jimmy Savile, number
Oh,
2. The fuck was that?
sorry. I was reading
That's
that.
Kayle getting into the rhythm there.
All he heard was Jimmy Savile.
Oh, and you got that reaction. That was not the reaction for Jimmy Savile. That was a noise. You should have been like, "Bleh."
She does like her weird noises.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
I do it. I do it in front of customers sometimes. I'm like, I'm really sorry, and then I go.
You should just turn around and say you got Tourette's.
I think I have though.
You
know.
haven't got Tourette's. You absolutely have
Yeah, but
not
it's an
got Tourette's.
excuse. It's a great excuse.
Exactly.
You could just do it.
Probably shouldn't say that, but we said it anyway.
What did you
You
say?
you shared it, didn't you? But I've already
What?
seen that video. The one of the couple, or the Uber driver.
I said
she
it.
gets,
Yeah,
she gets
I
a
had a
passenger
feeling
and
you
the
might have.
passenger.
Oh my
I've
god,
seen
it was
before.
so funny. I was in stitches. It was the guy where she says something about Santa Claus, and then he goes, "No, I've got fingers," or something like that.
Yeah.
Just, oh my god, I was in absolute stitches over that.
Have
It
you
was so
seen
good.
the video that's going round of the guy that he's going to a court case, or a Zoom court case,
Right.
and so he sat. Basically, he's driving, and he's like, "I'm just pulling over now. I'm just pulling over now." And the judge is like clearly like, well, first of all, he's driving and he should be somewhere like it's a Zoom court. He shouldn't be in his car. He should be somewhere like okay for doing this.
Yeah.
And the judge looks at his paper and goes, "This is for a suspended license." And so this goes absolutely fucking viral. And then the guy
What, like as
turns
a
around.
legit true story thing? This was real.
Yeah, absolutely, like completely.
Right.
And then the guy who was in the car, the defendant as such, tells everyone that it's just been a clerical error, and he actually does have a license, or he believed he had a license. And so everyone starts feeling really bad for him, and all this stuff starts happening. And then his next court case happens, and the judge was like, "Yeah, you don't have a license. When you got pulled over, you even admitted you don't have a license." So he lied about it. He went to this fucking court case, then he lied about it. Fucking this guy is like has got balls of fucking steel.
Wow.
He does not care in the slightest.
That was like full on gaslighting as well.
It's
I'm
bad.
fine.
It is
Yeah,
bad. Like
it's fine. Wow, I might have to Google that and watch that one. Right,
Sorry.
the silence is here because you guys are just gazing into your eyes of each other.
It wasn't. What I said to Kayle was, "We'll do an hour if you want, and if you want to continue, give me a thumbs up." But I said, what I'll do is I'll poke you, and then you can give me a note, and you can say,
Poke me one more time, I swear to God.
I said at the beginning of this, I was like, right, I'll poke you in the leg, and you give me a thumbs up if you want to continue, or thumbs down. And she says, okay.
I
did it. I did it again. Nothing. She's not done anything at all. She's not given
because
anything.
I didn't remember
So I then text her with the word "continue?" ? She looked at it and ignored me. So I've then shown her again and been like, and she's just looked at me in confusion. I'm trying. I'm fucking just.
Tom, I'm doing my best here, mate. Right.
You're doing very well.
You do.
No?
Brilliant.
No.
You have to have more
Thanks, Chloe.
confidence in yourself. You
I can't.
wonderful, beautiful
Why?
human being. There you go.
I think it's one of them things.
This is like
isn't
a
it?
really positive podcast as well. Can I just point out we're all like really big in each other.
Yeah.
It's genuinely nice, isn't it?
Spreading.
People are
nothing
probably
but
listening on the road right now, going, "I can't believe I'm still sat here. What the fuck am I listening to?
love. What the?
This is
fuck am I
not just another
listening
trucking
to?
podcast." I feel
we
like
actually talked about trucks this week as well. Can I just point out? So we've
Oh, I
done
did.
really good.
I
Yeah,
did.
we've done really, really good.
I was very excited about my Lidl stuff, and I really hope that they're gonna cause more shit because it's. Gonna be
I
fun.
hope so, and I hope we hear more about it next week.
Or
Right.
you'll get an awful story that I crashed and burned and I broke my new truck.
No.
No, we don't want that one there. That's bad. We want the
I
good
like that
story.
one.
The good
Yeah,
one.
we want
Alright,
the good
alright.
story.
Well, you are yawning, so I'm suggesting
Sorry.
you
Yes.
finish.
No, that's
yeah?
fine. Right.
Yeah.
David is gonna hate me.
No, it's all good.
Hi, David.
I've marked all the times if you want.
joking? That's so
No, but
weird.
they can be taking out the audio, so it's all good. Right.
Okay.
Right. On that note,
What the fuck?
thank you so much for listening. If you haven't listened, how did you get this far? But we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Our podcast manager and editor is David. Hosts are myself, Chloe, and Kayle's. By the way, Kayle is currently pissing herself laughing. There's no point in explaining this. This is the outro. We're just rolling with this. That's what we're doing. If you'd like to support us like our other amazing mega supporters, or like our mega fucking shit, you fucking derailed me so bad.
You can do it. Keep going. You can do it.
No. We'll restart. We'll do this. Come on, Tom.
Come on.
Fucking
I'm
yeah.
sorry. It's my thorn.
The
Comment.
no, Tom, I don't like
It's the
that
nose.
I don't really know what else to do. I can make this bigger.
It's just because it's
There you
made
go,
your
there
nose
you go.
look
No, it's not.
got like no definition to it.
Right, is that better? Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Our podcast manager and editor is David. By the way, there's going to be giggling throughout this entire thing. There's a joke that happened before to do with my nose. We're not going to explain it. We're just rolling with this. We're just going to go ahead with that. Just ignore this. Hosts this week are myself, Chloe, and Kales. And if you'd like to support us, like our beautiful mega supporters, please go to patreon.com/JAPT, our mega supporters. And just, I apologise if you're not on this list. We'll read your name out next week. We're working off an old list, so if you are new, she's absolutely off. There's nothing I can do about that. She's laughing. We're just going with it. We're going with it. We have Arthur Job, Dildo, I'm Having an Orgasm, Jack Goodwin, John Brown, Justin Reamy, Reenie, Master Bates, Me Hall, Phil Starkey, S. My Dean. By the way, Phil, I did read your name out this week. Skip Dude, Stephen Patterson, Timo, and Trucker Colin. Thank you so very much, you beautiful, beautiful people. We also have some other people that we love nearly as much, about half as much, about-ish. And those people are Big Mike, Gavin Williams, Neil Rees, Trucker Joe, and Danny Flynn, the Juan Kin Master. You absolute fucking legends. Thank you very, very much. These guys get great perks, such as live viewings. There's my patrons currently in chat right now doing stuff. They're getting to see. In fact, our patrons understand why Kayle is pissing herself laughing right now. They understand this. You don't. They understand this. No one else does. It's really weird. Anyways, they also get access to Discord and other extra features. She's absolutely pissing herself. There's nothing I can do about this. She's crying with laughter. And this is over a nose. I cannot, there's no explanation for this. It's bizarre. Anyways, if you'd like to support us in other ways, you can go to salmonslap.com. No, you can't. That doesn't work at the moment. That's the whole thing. And you can also follow us on social media like YouTube, Instagram. Just search Just Another Trucking Podcast. Go forward to patreon.com/JAPT. I did it without laughing. Thank you. And goodbye.